Hi, my name's Claire. I'm a physiotherapist and Pilates instructor from Sunnydale Physiotherapy in Brighton in the UK. Today we are going to talk about tech neck. Now, we all spend time on tech, whether that be phone, iPad, computers, and sometimes that can make our neck feel a little bit uncomfortable. So today I'm going to take you through a series of stretches and movements that you can do while sat in your chair, whether that's in your desk or on your sofa, wherever, when your neck's feeling a little bit uncomfortable. Good idea to try and do these exercises regularly throughout the day. Okay? So, first thing we're just going to have a little think about is posture. Number one, the most important thing, if you're struggling with neck pain because you're spending a lot of time on tech devices. So, I'm just going to turn to the side so you can see. So, a typical posture that we might see while we're sitting, as we creep forwards to look at our device, we're rounded through the upper back and that chin is poking out. And then we're looking down, okay? Our spine does not like being in that posture for a sustained period of time. It's fine every now and then, we all do it, we all end up in that posture. But how can we change that? First thing we need to think about is what's happening here at our pelvis. We can't set the top of our spine really without thinking about what's happening at the bottom of our spine. So first thing to do, tuck the tailbone under, just a little bit of gentle activation through the tummy there, drawing the tummy button in towards the spine. And then think about creating as much length as you can through your spine. So draw the top of the head up towards the ceiling, taking the shoulders back and down, draw the chin in, creating that lovely length through the back of the neck. So this posture, if you want to call it ideal, I'm not all in for ideal postures. I'm thinking we should be changing our posture regularly. So if you find you're sitting like this for long periods, just try changing it and being aware that creating length through your spine means that you can move a little bit more freely. So with that in mind, with that beautiful set posture, we're going to start doing some lovely nourishing movements for our neck. You're going to take take your chin over to your right shoulder and then take it over to your left. And then just going as far as is comfortable. You'll notice that if you are in this slump posture, you really cannot turn your neck very much at all. It's quite difficult, it's quite challenging, and if you're sitting in this better posture, you can automatically turn your head a little bit further. So the spine loves movement, our muscles, our joints, our ligaments, everything needs to have movement, nourishing movement, to help with the blood flow and to keep those nutrients flowing. Now, when next time your chin is at your right shoulder, take the chin down and make a little semicircle all the way down, looking down towards your breastbone, up towards your left shoulder. Lovely. So as you do this, this should get a lovely deep stretch through the back of the neck. Not going all the way round. We're just giving a lovely stretch to the back of the neck. Now you might hear some ticking and popping, cracking noises as you do this. All seems a little bit louder, just because obviously your neck is near your ears. It's totally normal. Okay, so some lovely nourishing movements for the neck. Okay, let's start thinking about the shoulders. Actually, a lot of our posture for our neck comes from what our upper back and our shoulders are doing. So I want you to take your hands out in front of you, palms up, keep your elbows in at your side, and then take the arms out to the side. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and bring the hands forwards. As you do this, make sure you're not sticking that chin out, the chin's tucked in, the back of the neck is long. That length through the spine. And you're just opening through the chest here and squeezing the shoulder blades together. So we're just trying to open through the chest and create some activity in the back of those shoulders, which tends to be a little bit weak or lacking in activation if we're spending a lot of time in that tech neck position. Lovely. Okay, now we're going to stretch, interlace the fingers and push the hands forwards and then look down, just stretching through the back of the neck and the upper back. Then turn the hands over, palms now facing up, and then look up towards your hands. Release the hands, take the arms out to the side behind you. Squeeze shoulder blades together, push the chest forwards, but not the chin. The chin stays lovely and tucked in. Beautiful. Hands together, take the hands forwards, look down. Sort of upper back stretch. And switch the hands over, push the hands up, look up to your hands if that feels comfortable for your neck. Release, look forwards, squeeze your shoulder blades together, hands come back. One more. Interlace the fingers, push forward, tuck the chin, stretching through the upper back, hands come forwards, reaching up, looking up towards those fingertips if you can. Release, hands come down, and then push back, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lovely. Hands come to the front, just shake out through the shoulders. So this next move is designed to open up through the chest again. It's a little bit more deeper stretch, but also works on the shoulder muscles. Okay, so we're going to take the arms up nice and high, and then take the hands down behind the head, keeping those the elbows wide. Squeeze your shoulder blades together without pushing that chin forwards, so keep that chin tucked in. Reach the hands up, and then come down. Lovely. Breathe in, lift up. Breathe out, hands come behind the head. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Bring those elbows back as far as you can. Try not to stick the tummy out. Try and keep that tummy drawn in to maintain that length through your spine. Beautiful. One more. Reaching up. Now obviously you can do these as many times as you like. We're just doing a few here in this video just to show you just some of the exercises which are lovely for the neck. Okay, lift up and back down. Beautiful. Okay. So let's finish off with some really lovely neck stretches. So we're going to start by taking the chin down towards the chest and just deep breathing there. So like I said, give me a little taster of some exercises that you can do for your neck and shoulders there, but obviously you can do those for a little bit longer if they feel good for you. Now if you want to increase the stretch, you can interlace your fingers and place your hands on the back of your head and just rest your hands there. And allow the weight of your hands, the weight of your head to come forwards and stretch the back of the neck and the upper back. And gently release. Take your right ear to your right shoulder. And then either sitting on the left hand or gripping onto the base of your chair. I'm going to sit on mine. Just keep that left shoulder down. Much deeper, more intense stretch. And you can take the right hand and pop it over the side of your head. And then starting to draw the head down towards the shoulder a little bit more, but just very gently placing that hand on. We're not pulling, I'm not yanking the head down towards the shoulder. I'm just using the weight of my hand to assist the stretch. Now I'm going to just change my position and take my chin and my gaze down towards my armpit and put my hand on the back of my head. And again, just resting my hand on my head. And you can kind of play around with the position. So I might want to look up, take my chin away and up a little bit here. Find where's tight and work on that area. You can just hold it, taking some nice deep breaths as you do so. This should bring the stretch more into the back of the neck now, onto the side here. And then finally on this side, I'm going to take my right hand onto my left collarbone, my clavicle, and I'm going to take my chin up towards the ceiling slightly, not too far, and then take my ear over to my shoulder. So you're going to feel a lovely strong stretch down the front of your neck here. You can use your hand on the collarbone to increase the stretch, just pulling down gently. Try and keep your mouth closed if you can. Just because there's a muscle there, which is just assisting stretching if you can keep your jaw closed. And just breathe deep. And release. Other side. So take your right hand underneath your right buttock, or again holding onto the underside of the chair. And then take your left ear down towards your left shoulder. And just grounding that left shoulder down. Take the right shoulder. Take your left hand over the right hand side of your head. And just allow the hand to rest. And give you a little stretch down the right hand side of your neck. Beautiful. This feels good. And then take the head down, look down towards your armpit, chin to armpit, nose to armpit, have a little sniff of the armpit. Put your hand behind your head, allowing the weight of the hand to pull the head down to increase the stretch. Again, you can take that chin up, changing the emphasis of where you're feeling the stretch. And then take your hand so left hand on top of the right clavicle, right collarbone, Take the chin up, and then take your head across to the left, keeping that mouth closed. Hand onto that collarbone. And release. So take some nice big shoulder rolls. So take the shoulders up towards the ears and drop back. So hopefully that's given you some ideas for some exercises that you can do in your chair to combat what we call sort of tech neck, where you get this sort of tightness, this tension around the neck and the upper back when you're using your tech devices. Also really good for cyclists, these exercises, when you're in this kind of position for long periods of time. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Click subscribe and like if you like this video. Another video coming up, which is more around strength exercises to help with tech neck. So look out for that one coming up soon. Take care, bye.